everybody has set up their office systems, but still. Okay, you have started that. So it's almost done at the installation part.
Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll start the tutorial. Okay, in today's session, yesterday we started a new unit, business intelligence, which is pretty much related to data analytics. And what we can see is that there are loads of similarities between data analytics and business intelligence. So as I did the research of the things, there are loads of them. So I found these top 25 business intelligence tools, which are really good to look into. Such as HubSpot, which is used by many companies. SaaS. Let's go into, IBM company offers this software, IBM Cognos Analytics. I did find the video. Can't find that website anymore. Yeah, 1 second. Just need to find. There was a really good video which was explaining how IBM BI tool work. Can't find that video, that website. Just Oracle, IBM. There was a video explanation of how that tool works. Well, okay, so another way to do business analysis and visualization is by us setting up our own environment and using an open source such as Anaconda. So what we have to do is go to Anaconda website, and then we'll have the option to download Anaconda, which we'll be using for doing data analysis. So as we all know, data analysis can be done with Microsoft Excel, which gives us the option to enter our data and then do some analysis and visualization. But nowadays we can now use IPython, which will allow us to do some programming in order for us to get the to visualize our data, and then we can now train our models and get accuracy. So this is the website of Anaconda. I just need to download the software. So I'm on Windows, which will download the 64-bit version for me. Once this software is downloaded, we can work with the open source, or we could even use Google Colab, which is a really good, which is Google Colab is a notebook that allows us to to do some data analysis or even machine learning and data science. So what we could do, we can have done a couple of tests. So what we'll do, we can now create a new project. And what happens is that Google Colab notebook and Jupyter notebook, they're pretty much the same. So from here, we can now assign a title. Could be a car evaluation. So we could do a car evaluation project, or we can do anything we want to do, maybe machine learning or data visualization. My command prompt keep popping up. What's going on? Update, remind me later. So data visualization. So what we will do here, from here, we can now start.
Victor, sorry to interrupt. What is this? I mean, extension IPYNB?
IPython notebook.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, whenever we are creating a Power BI file, it has to be with this extension, is it?
Yeah. All your files will be saved with this extension. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd rather use Jupyter. So have you opened your Anaconda navigator? Nitin?
It's almost done. It's just at the final installations
Oh
completed.
yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. So with Anaconda environment, there are loads of applications that we can work with. We do have Visual Studio, RStudio, then there are loads of environment on Anaconda. But what we will focus on that we need is Jupyter Notebook. So we'll click on Launch. And we can now see that Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab have pretty much the same design and functionality, because they both have to allow us to do some data analysis. Okay, so as you can see, they pretty much have the same structure. Once you open your Jupyter Notebook, you will now see loads of folders. So these folders, they're connected to your directory, so your documents directory on your PC. So all the files that have been saved on your PC will come up here. And what we need to do, we're now going to create a new project. So we're going into new, and we'll select Python 3. By selecting Python 3, we'll now have our page. So as you can see,
Victor, can you help me reach to that place, please? I have downloaded that.
Okay, sorry, let me go back.
You want me to okay, launch Jupyter Lab, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
From here you launch Jupyter Notebook, not Lab. Notebook.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can. 1 second.
Let me know when you're.
Yeah.
Is it open?
Just 1 second. Yeah, I can see all the files that you were mentioning.
Yes. So you have to go on, you see on the right top corner. Can you see my screen? Yeah, there's new.
Yeah. Yeah.
You click click on new and you choose Python 3.
Okay.
So by having, now we've been redirected to our workstation.
Yeah.
So on here, what we can do now, we can start doing some basic coding. But what we need to understand is that on Python 3, there are loads of libraries. Like, depending on which library we're working on, we have to now choose the related one. So we go into this website. sklearn is the most advanced machine learning in Python website, which will give us all the information we need to know about data analysis, machine learning, and deep learning. So from here, we can now understand all the concepts. So as we all know, the purpose of data analysis is to gather information. Once we gather this information, we can now train our models. So what I mean by training our models, we're now creating these machines. So as we know, there are 3 types of machines, which are unsupervised, semi-supervised, and there is supervised and supervised, semi-supervised, and unsemi-supervised. So with supervised, we telling the machine what it has to do, while with semi, the machine will learn by itself. An unsupervised machine, it just work like a human brain, where the machine can now learn everything by himself, like a human being. So on sklearn, there are loads of example of data analytics. So you can do classification ones, where you can see various type of classifications, and it also tells you all the steps, whatever you have to do, all the libraries that has to be imported for us to create this model. So what we'll do now, we're just going to do like a simple one, where we're just going to print a graphic, visualize the graphic. So what I'll do, I'll just take you through a tutorial to understand how it works. Save plus, which will allow us to insert a cell. So now here we could, for example, we can now import the libraries. So as I showed you from sklearn, for us to have a classifier comparison data analysis, you have to follow all this source code. But what I want to do is something a bit more easier to understand before we move into classification and all this stuff. So what I'll do, I'll import Pandas, which is one library, as PD. So this is a really useful library, which is used for classification and many other stuff. So there are different ways for us to run this library, to run this code. So if you try to click enter, it's going to take you to the next line. It's not going to run your command. For us to run the command, we have to select Control, or if you're on a Mac, you do Command and then click enter. So by doing Command enter, now as you can see from here, we can see number 1 means that we have executed one code. So if we here we write another code, it's going to come up with 2. But if we do any changes on here, or we run it again, you change the number, so you change the order. Are you following, the team?
Yeah. Yes, Victor.
Have you tried to import pandas?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have.
So as you can see here, we can insert cell below or above, depending on if we need to go back and write some code. So we can, if I'm on this one here, then I'll do insert cell above. Now here we can do other stuff. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not too sure, I don't remember how to do this one. I can type again. Hello. Give me an error.
It has to be the round brackets.
Round bracket. I don't remember with Python.
Okay.
I never use, not really practical with Python. 1 second.
Just
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. As I need to learn Python. Yeah. So we can see, now because I did the executed it, so it shows number 5. So I've executed it as a fit command. So now if we're going back here, we can even click run instead of doing control enter. So now what I want to do, I want to create one graphic. So what we'll do, I'll do from matplot library. I will import pyplot as ELT. Let me check from matplot import. Yeah. Okay. So now we have added another library, which will allow us to visualize more data. So what I want to do, I want to create a graphic. For us to do it, I have to now declare our graphic. I'll put volume 1, 2, 3. For example, and I'll go back, I'll do y equal 1, 4, 7. And to visualize this, I just have to do plot show. Plot show. Wow. It's PLP, not plot. Should come up with the graph. No.
Is it because both of them are in different cells?
No, because I didn't declare them. Sorry, I didn't declare them.
Yeah.
X and Y. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't declare them. Yeah, you can see them. It's pretty much Python programming language here. So by declaring our X value, X and Y value, we can now have our graphic. And what our graphic will do now, will show X axis and Y axis with the value that we initially declared.
I need to clarify this. Also, X says 1, 2, 3, and Y says 1, 4, 7.
Yeah.
So X-axis doesn't have 1, 2, 3 values.
Yeah.
And Y, I'm just trying to understand.
No, it just gave it as a double, not integer value. I think it's like 1.00, 1.25, 1.50. Wait, let me just add the names to them so you can see. Maybe my looks more clear to you.
Are we providing the first value, mid value, and the last value in the x and y coordinates?
Pardon? Sorry, say it again.
The x and y values that we are passing there, are these like we have passed in a way that this is like the first value, 1 being the first, 3 being the last, and 2 is the median value?
Yeah, it goes in chronological order. Do you want? Well, let's try change this value and see. What do you mean? Like, for example, if I put 6 and here I put 3.
Yeah.
Huh? Is this what you want to
Yeah.
understand?
Anything like yeah, which is not in any pattern.
Okay, let's see the outcome. Yeah. Oh, now it changed. You see on the X now it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our initial value is 1. There's a second value for
6, 4, and third is 3, 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it making any sense?
Yes, got it now.
Okay. So this is a good way to understand.
Would you mind sharing this piece of code with me, please?
Yeah, sure. So there are more. Before we get into the coding, there are loads of concepts that you need to understand. So I'll take you through all of them. Okay. So let me just insert another cell below. So for example, if we run code percentage PWD, here with percentage PWD is going to tell us where this file is saved on our PC. So this is our directory. If I go here, I did not modify the name, sorry. So let me put like test1, test Jupyter. Rename. So now I saved as test Jupyter. Then if I go on my PC, so my directory says that is on user PC, user Victory. Yeah, can you see?
Yeah, I can.
Can you run down your PC and see if you can find your IPYNB file, your Jupyter file?
Okay, I'll try that.
Can you find it?
No, I can't find it. In the C use.
Did you type this on your this command that put percentage PWD?
No, where do I have to do that?
If you go back to Jupyter, you add one, insert a new cell. Then you type percentage PWD and you click Control Enter. It's going to tell you your directory where all your files that you create are going to be saved.
Okay, got it now. Thank you.
Yeah. Can you find it? Have you find it?
Yeah, I could find it now.
Okay, good. So now let's look for iris data set. So this I think is the most used data set. So this they use it as default data set when it comes to learning data analytics. So I just want to download this data set and show you how to. Where do I download this? From GitHub. And also this is a really useful website, ATHE. So as I'm pretty sure I've download. Why do I have to sign in? I have to sign in
Can you
every.
share this link, please?
Huh?
Can you share this link with me?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
What do you need me to do?
Can you share this link with me so that I can also download this?
Oh yeah. Well, let me just check if it's downloading because I'm not too sure if it's. So I clicked on download. Open. Oh, iris, yes. No. Okay. I'll copy this. Send on WhatsApp, yeah. Yeah. Love on YouTube and I'm sharing my personal data. I have to be in.
Yeah.
What I do. Name. Stop sharing my screen. Download file. One second. Extract. Extract all. Yeah.
Sorry, Victor, you're saying something to me?
No, I'm extracting the file. I just need to.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, I've sent on WhatsApp to you.
Yeah, I'm checking.
So with Have you received it? Nitin?
Sorry, I was speaking on mute. I have received that.
Yeah, so now that you received them, what we have to do, we have to move this here, this ARIS file to that directory. So we just need to copy, go on this PC, whatever is your directory. Mine is on user, then is on Victor here. Then I have to paste it here. Once you paste it here, now Jupyter can open the file. So for us to open that file, well, let me delete this out here. I was meant to add one underneath. I'm just going to do insert cell below. So for us to upload, well, let's just open the iris file first. So you have, this how it looks like. So our iris file is simple. It has couple of columns. It has ID, sepal length, centimeters, and these are various data. So we can see there are 151 rows in a 2, 4, 6 column. So for us to import our data set into our Jupyter notebook, we have to give the command. So we're going to call it iris data set equal pd dot read underscore csv, and now we're going to extract the file iris dot cs iris data set pd. Yeah. So now we run. So now we have imported. So you see number 13 means that we have successfully imported iris CSV file into our machine. So now we would put another cell below. And what we're going to do now, we want to visualize this data set. So for us to visualize, you have to add iris underscore data set dot head. Yeah. So now, for example, we can see can check the initial values are now matching. So have you done that, Nitin? Hello, Nitin.
Yes, Victor. Sorry for some background noise. I will not be able to unmute myself.
No problem.
There.
Have you done these steps that I've done?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you see the table?
Yes, I can.
Your Jupyter, okay. So what we can do this for head and tail. So what I'll do insert. So below, I'll just copy these. Here. I'll change it with the tail. And it shows you the last value. Let's check. It stops to 150. 5.93, yeah, good. And then we can also pick up a random number. So we'll do insert cell now. Insert cell below.
Why
Also,
why are these numbers, I mean, 145 to 149 like that, instead of
I think,
ending with 150?
I'm not too sure, but I think they start from 0. It takes 0 as the first value. It's like an array. I think it works like an array. So if you check from the head, say for instance on our CSSV file, number 1 is on 2.
Got it.
Yeah,
Understood.
number 1 is on 0. Yeah, it works like an array pretty much. And we can also pick up random numbers by running sample, type sample, run it. You give us a random number. So we can run it again. You give us another random number. Before it was 107, now is 32. So what we can do, this is all this visualization that we do now of our data set is just done by having imported these two simple libraries. But on sklearn, there are loads of data analysis that we can do, as I explained. So if you have time, you want to go through sklearn website, and depending on what type of visualization you want to do, you can now choose the one you want to do. So model selection is a bit more complex because we're going to train our model. So let me go back to classification. So there are linear, quadratic demonstration, normal plot. Okay, so by following this code, by adding all these codes, which is pretty much long, we'll now be able to visualize these graphics. We can now plot this classification probability. So if you want, I can share with you one that I did in the past. I did a car evaluation one, where by plotting I had some graphics and some metrics, and the whole purpose for us is to, once we have our CSSV file, we now have to go through different stages. So the first stage is to, as I explained to you, import our CSSV file. Once we've imported them, we can now do some visualization so we can see some tables. Well, let me go back to where is Kego Iris. Oh yeah. So from this one here, maybe there are useful commands for us. Testing using Iris dataset for classification. So it tells us all the steps that we have to do with the comments, necessary libraries from sklearn photos, loading the dataset, Iris dataset, then these are commands. Okay, by using Python commands, by using all these Python commands, this should be the first graphical that will come up. Then here it says finding costless and fitting. And once you find the fitting, will give you this graphical. So when it comes to more deep machine learning, when we do machine learning or deep learning, we then now have to look into the accuracy, because the purpose is, once we have our data file, done classification and train our model, we now have a accuracy level. So the accuracy level has to be as much as possible close to 100. So if we have an accuracy level above 70%, 70-75%, we can say that we have trained a really good model. When if the value is below 70%, then we need to go back and change the values in order to have a really good accuracy. So this is was a quick tutorial where we imported the table. We've done. So here, help on Jupyter, there are loads of things we can see. There's shortcuts by using Jupyter, control intervals, are changed. So this help is really useful. And then let me see if maybe there is a code for us to visualize for plotting some graphics. Let me think about plotting some graphics. Right now, I cannot find anyone. Oh, yes. Just need to I want to iris data. Okay, this one is plotting using the iris data. Import time, non-Python. This could be a really nice tutorial that can be done, but it will take quite long for us to import all these commands for us to have this graphic. But I'm pretty sure this is a good example or as a beginning. So is there any question for me, Nitin? Hello? Nitin? Hello, Nitin.
Yeah, yeah, Victor, sorry.
Yeah, do you have any question for me, or is it okay as a tutorial?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. This was really wonderful.
Yeah. So what
Sorry for the background noise.
no problem. So what we did, we can pretty much do the same with Google Colab.
Okay. Just one bit. Would you mind uploading this file? Would you mind uploading this file on the profile, or would you be able to share that over email? Anything would do.
What do you mean? Which profile? Moodle.
The Moodle, yeah. Either just upload this Python notebook file in Moodle, or probably if you can share it over email, anything would do.
Yeah, understand. You want the this file and the data set.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and some of the links that you have accessed during this.
Yeah. No problem. I will upload everything.
Thank you so much, Victor.
No
Thanks a
problem.
lot. This was very informative.
Yeah. Okay. So in the next tutorial, we'll go back to our theoretical. So let me just check what we will be covering. Next tutorial. Yeah, within the next tutorial, we're going back to theoretical, where we'll understand organizational needs for business intelligence system. So we will cover all these concepts. Okay. Thank you very much for joining, and see you tomorrow.